Important geophysical phenomena, such as earthquakes, tsunamis, volcanic activity, and cyclones, is a crucial high-yield topic in the UPSCIAS Mains GS Paper 1 syllabus. To give you the best possible preparation material, I have structured this into a model question and answer format, exactly how you should approach it in the actual IAS Mains exam, complete with a structured introduction, core body paragraphs, and a forward-looking conclusion. IAS Mains Model Question and Answer. Question: the frequency and intensity of extreme geophysical phenomena have been altering significantly in recent decades. Discuss the factors responsible for this shift and evaluate its socioeconomic impacts, particularly on developing nations. 15 marks, 250 words. Model answer. 1. Introduction. Geophysical phenomena refer to natural processes operating within and on the surface of the Earth. While events like earthquakes and volcanic eruptions are driven by endogenic, internal forces, phenomena like tropical cyclones, heat waves, and glacial lake outbursts are governed by exogenic, atmospheric/surface forces. In recent decades, anthropogenic interventions have increasingly blurred the lines between natural cycles and accelerated disasters. 2. Factors responsible for the changing shifts. The alteration in the frequency, intensity, and spatial distribution of these phenomena can be attributed to a mix of natural and man-made drivers. Climate change and global warming. Rising sea surface temperatures, SSTs, act as fuel for tropical cyclones, making them intensify rapidly, e.g., severe cyclones in the Arabian Sea, which was historically quieter than the Bay of Bengal. Anthropogenic disturbances in fragile ecozones. Unregulated construction, dam building, and deforestation in tectonically active zones like the Himalayas trigger severe landslides and flash floods, e.g., the Joshimath subsidence and Wayanad landslides. Altered hydrological cycles. Enhanced evaporation rates lead to atmospheric rivers and sudden cloudbursts, causing flash floods in some regions while leaving others in prolonged severe droughts. Pressure on subsurface stability. Activities like deep vein mining, large reservoir-induced seismicity, RIS, and excessive groundwater extraction can destabilize local fault lines, altering microseismic activity. 3. Socioeconomic impacts on developing nations. Developing countries bear a disproportionate burden of these intensified geophysical hazards due to high population density and limited mitigation infrastructure. Impact dimension. Specific consequences. Economic devastation. Loss of infrastructure. Roads, bridges, power grids, severely dense GDP. Rebuilding forces governments to divert funds from healthcare and education to disaster relief. Agricultural and food insecurity. Cyclones bring saltwater intrusion into coastal agricultural lands, rendering them infertile. Unseasonal droughts and floods decimate crop yields, triggering inflation. The climate refugee crisis. Sea level rise and coastal erosion, e.g., in the Sundarbans or Pacific Island nations, force mass human migration, leading to geopolitical and social friction in urban centers. Exacerbation of poverty. Low-income communities often live in high-risk zones, slums on hill slopes or floodplains. A single geophysical event can push vulnerable populations into a vicious cycle of generational poverty. 4. Way forward in conclusion. To mitigate the fallout of these escalating geophysical phenomena, the global community must transition from reactive relief to proactive resilience. Implementing the Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction, 2015 to 2030, is critical. Developing nations need to invest in early warning systems, like India's cyclone warning system, enforce strict coastal regulation zones, CRZ, and adopt eco-sensitive zoning in mountainous terrains. Ultimately, building climate-resilient infrastructure, as championed by the India-led Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure, CDRI, is no longer an option, but a survival necessity for the Global South. Tips for writing this answer in IAS Mains. 1. Draw maps/diagrams. Always draw a quick rough map of India or the world highlighting vulnerable zones, e.g., the Pacific Ring of Fire for earthquakes, or the Himalayan zone for landslides. 2. Use current examples, mentioning recent disasters from the last 1 to 2 years.